Your relationship with Bakugo is unorthodox, to say the least. From the very first day of you being with him, you weren't entirely sure if you were truly loved him. You'd even be hard-pressed to know why exactly you said yes to his confessional. Confess. That was more akin to demand, even with the unconventional mood. For unknown reason, you related. Thus began your never-ending, complicated dilemma. You'll admit that a majority of the time, Bakugo fills the role of a boyfriend shockingly well. While he won't mince his words with you, bluntness feels refreshing in a world where so many people are fake. He cares for you in his own way, and puts it on display when he's able to. Mostly, though, tiny gestures and bouts of physical affection. He makes sure you take care of yourself, and cherishes you when you fall short. There are times where you feel borderline guilty at Bakugo's brevet delications to you. It wasn't that you abhorred ill will towards him exactly. Relationships are scary. They're vulnerable and human. Being so close to someone and them having the potential to hurt you brings you dread. A part of yourself has always been closed off. If Bakugo has noticed, he hasn't commented on it, but you secretly feel unease about all of this, especially in moments like this. Is this how things are supposed to be? Stay here. Bakugo grumbles gruffly, not even bothering to look up at you. He currently has a hold on you from behind, spooning you on the couch. There's no reason to go all out with those extras. The issue has been a source of contention for a week. You had told Bakugo that you were invited to a week-long girls-only retreat with your fellow classmates. It wasn't a matter of asking. You had giddily accepted the invitation. Bakugo didn't seem keen on the event, and hasn't had an issue with voicing his displeasure. An exhale leaves your lips. Do we really need to talk about this now? There's nothing to talk about. Just don't go, and we'll drop it. The admiration from Bakugo saying that he'll drop it surprises you. It means he's finally acknowledging your irritation over his pressing the subject, and your desire for peace. His methods of convincing you continue to develop. It's even to make you purse your lips, biting back a snaky remorse. Shifting ever so slightly to get your neck in a more comfortable position, Bakugo tightens his grip on your waist. He must amuse you were going to leave. Even when you stop once reaching your desired placement, his grip never slacks. I still don't understand why it's such a big deal. It's a week, not a year. I'll still have my phone too. You began to reason once more, sniffling an eye roll. I'm going, and that's the end of that. You feel how his muscles stiffen uncomfortably, his face most likely set in a grimace. It feels most eagerly to put your foot down when you don't see the raw rage of emotion on Bakugo's face. But even now, you can still picture it exactly. Instead of a biting resort, you're met with uncomfortable silence. The rise and fall of his chest seems blurred, his teeth grinding quietly. A few more seconds pass and you feel him start to shift behind you. Before you can ask what he's doing, you feel his warm breath against your neck. Televating, he places his his head in the crook of your neck. It's too damn long. Bakugo's voice is muffled by your skin, but the message rings clear. With a vice-like grip he currently holds on your body, it's impossible to leave to diffuse the situation. You'll need to think of something to wiggle your way out of this one. An idea pops into your head. It could be good for us, you explain slowly, before realizing it'll be hard to grudge his reaction like this. Much to Bakugo's dismay, you manage to loosen yourself up from his grip ever so slightly. Instead of leaving, you turn to face him. His expression was what you expected. Eyebrows furrowed discomfortably, lips set in a thin line. You send a soft smile in his direction before rubbing your hand over his shoulder. Katsu, you began, your voice in a low, distant tone. I didn't want to admit this to you because it's a bit embarrassing, but... Pausing pursuantly, you notice how Bakugo leans in slightly. He's unable to hide his interest in your words, and further promotes you to continue. What the hell do you mean? His unwaiting explanation impatiently, tapping his finger on your side. I got him. Flashing a lovely smile, you eagerly continue. You see, I happened across this article the other day. It was full of love advice and stuff. One of the things was that distance makes the heart grow fonder. I feel like after this, I'll appreciate my time with you even more. Bakugo blinks, his nose scrunched up. He hums in a low tone, showing consideration towards your explanation. For an extra effect, you avoid his gaze to begin feeling flustered. All of your little touches seem to be adding up as he delivers his final verdict. I guess. Maybe that makes sense, he grumbles, narrowing his eyes with mild suspicion. I still won't like it. Can you just come back early? Rebunking his efforts, you shake your head. That's not how that works. We need time apart for it to take its full effect, you know. It'll all be for nothing if we don't see it through. Bakugo clicks his tongue, not wanting to verbally submit to you. Pride is roadblock that you've begun assessing with him. From the way he drops it in the oncoming minutes, you slightly know you've claimed victory. Maybe only in this instant, but that's enough for now. Perhaps the both of you were meant for one another after all.